Hello viewers and welcome to Tech Tips. This is Byron. Today we're going to take a look at heuristics. So I've got a few panels that will get generated here for us right off the bat. And I guess a great scenario here to look at would be this corner here. This will be a simple area for us to see what goes on when we change heuristics. Now a lot of you might not be familiar with heuristics themselves, and I'm just going to close that. And really what it is it's what dictates this join saying, hey, panel here, you're going to be the long panel. And you're going to be cut back a little bit. So the heuristics, when we're creating this join, and that join right there, it's dictating that the arrow is facing the way it is right now, making this panel the main panel. And that makes sense a lot of the time. For logistics, we might want to make that really, long panel a little bit shorter and the short panel a little bit longer. Might be better for us from a logistics standpoint. But you might want to change that. You could do it as a one-off, and I won't get into how to do that as a one-off because you probably are familiar with that. So if you want to just change this one instance to being this wall being the main panel, easily done. But if we want to do this in a global level, what we want to do then in that case is go through our heuristics. And if we go to our walls right here and we go under heuristics, we'll see all these wonderful queries. So let's talk a little bit about this. So we've got main wall and corner. That's that sort of scenario. And we've got all the queries that it's running to determine which one is the main wall. So let's first check, okay, do one of you guys have a sloped edge? No? Okay. Next on the list, shortest wall. Shortest wall. This guy's the shortest wall. So that was made main wall, done, closes, runs the auto join. Then you're placing your panels and it's done. If we want to change this, the first thing we're going to want to do is export these. We don't want to mess around with the global heuristics, even though I probably have. You'll want to actually export these and keep these as a backup, your main global heuristics, and place them in a folder. We can I got folder A here on my desktop. Place it where you wish. So of course, hit OK. So now I've exported these to folder A on my desktop. Now if I go ahead and open up on my desktop that exact folder, and I'm doing that over on my other screen here, and I'm bringing it over. I'm trying to bring it over. There we go. We have these parameters, main wall and corner, main wall and intersect, all these parameters for us, and these parameters here. We could also edit these, by the way. We can add new queries for it. So let's say we have some walls that have a parameter or multiple parameters associated to them. We could use that as sort of the determining factor over which of these becomes the main wall. And that's also quite an interesting option for us. So we might want to have a parameter that says, okay, main wall, check, yes or no. Sort of a nice, easy, simple parameter like that. But I'm not going to get into, how we can make this much more complex. I'll try to keep it as simple as I can. And if we go to that folder, that A folder here, and we look at this main wall in corner, it's a simple text file. I can move some things around. We could have moved some things around before I exported it, but let's say I wanted to make the longest wall actually the main wall. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up here. I'm going to paste in that text, and I'm going to now save that. Yeah, save it. And I'm going to go ahead and browse to that A folder that we just made. Export it. You saw me do that little edit there in Notepad. And get longest wall. That's the first thing on the top. So that's a little different. What does that mean for us? It won't mean anything for this panel because the join marker has already been created. But if I do this, if I delete this join marker and I now go ahead and place a new one, I'm placing it the exact same way, exact same marker through auto joins, nothing changed. But let's see what happens with these walls, these panels here. Now we can see the main wall has actually changed on us. So we've changed the global heuristics for determining which of these panels will end up being the longest panel. And this could be quite useful. Like I said, if we get into parameters, make it a little simple checkbox maybe, or a yes/no parameter. This one's going to be main wall, this one's not. This could be great for our framing plans. And as you can see, we could add this just, globally, save it somewhere, and reconfigure it as we wish. So this was Global Heuristics and Byron. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye now.